Naila, why is English language important to learn?
This is because English language is an international language and is widely followed and understood by people across the world.
I want to learn this language.
To learn every language, there are some skills to develop. Follow this class to learn these skills.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Viewers and class, we welcome you again on MTA Africa for our program English Language for Junior High School. Today we have our lesson 6 and we are going to continue from where we stopped the other time. The topic for today is present perfect. The last time we met, we looked at the simple present, the present continuous. Today we shall look at the present perfect tense. Let's look at our objectives for the lesson. We hope that by the end of the lesson, those of us in this class and the viewers will be able to state the forms of verb used in the present perfect. It is also our aim that we'll be able to identify present perfect in text. Anytime you happen to read any text, you should be able to identify the present perfect in it. We shall also try so that by the end of the lesson, you will be able to explain how the present perfect tense is used, just as we tried doing that in other forms we studied. When we are done, we also hope that you will be able to use the present perfect tense yourself anytime you are writing or you are speaking. Let's first of all look at the forms of verbs that is needed in constructing the present perfect. We say that you need a has, which is the singular form in the present form, and then we also need the have, which is also the present form but plural. You need to take note of that. The reason we are making this distinction is that our subject should always agree with the verb. So has will always have to agree with the singular subject and have with the plural subject. And then you also need the verb form, which is in the VEN. We learned that. We studied the forms of verbs. And in that, we learned the VEN form of the verb. Before I display the examples I have here, let's recall the VEN forms of verbs. Yes, Ochard, give us one.
Perfect form.
It's a perfect form of the verb. Good. Examples of perfect form of verbs. Verbs in their perfect form. Examples. Yes, Ochard.
Taking.
Taking. Good. Taking, as we have. Spell it, please.
T-A-K-E-N.
Good. As we have this. Good. Yes, Khofaida.
Given.
Good. Spell it.
Given.
Good. These two verbs are in their perfect forms. So to construct any sentence or any statement in the present perfect, we will need have or has, and then any of the verbs in the perfect form, like eaten, taken, done, read, asked. Some verbs do not change their forms as they carry along. Some do change. Example of some verbs that do not change their forms is cat. Cat remains the same throughout. It doesn't change its form. And you should be able to know some of these. Though we shall be looking at them, but you should be able to know some of these verbs. Any other example of a verb that doesn't change its form throughout, the spelling is the same and the pronunciation is also the same. Yes?
Put.
Salma, put. Good. Spell it.
P-U-T.
Good. We have this. Put also doesn't change its form throughout. So you need to know some of these examples. Okay. So as we have, in constructing the present perfect form, we use the two, that is our has or have, The subject determines the usage. These ones, the perfect form of our verbs, do not depend on the subject, but you always need has or have based on the subject you are using. So we say has eaten, have done, has weeded. Has here means the subject must be singular. Have here, the subject must be plural. Example like this. We say he has taken the book away. He, singular, has, singular subject. Now, has is present. Taken, perfect. So giving us present perfect. Do you follow? Good. Let's have some examples from you. Each of you will give me a sentence in the present perfect form. You can start a sentence. You say it to me. Let's see. Let me start from Nazir. Yes.
Utawako has weeded his portion.
Okay. That's good. So your perfect tense is has weeded. Good. Yes, Ochad?
They have eaten the food.
Good. So your perfect is have eaten. Good. Hofeda?
I have done the work.
Good. I have done the work. So have done. That's where the perfect is. Salma?
He has asked me to take his bowl to the dining hall.
Okay. That's good. And then the last, who's Emma?
She has eaten her food already.
Okay. That's good. You are all correct in your sentence construction. Let's move on. We are saying that the perfect form of a verb such as those we've identified, weeded, sang, brought, must always go with either of the following verbs: is, are, has, or have. That's the present form. There are instances where is used. When you read text, you will come across where is used in addition to any verb in the perfect form. Just as is being used, it means are is likely to also be used. There are instances like that. But the most common ones are the has and have. All these are in the present forms. That's why we say it's present perfect. And then when it is in the past, which we are not going to look at, these are in the past: has, were, or had. All these are in the past. They are the past form of was is the past form of is, and were the past form of are, has or have the past is had. You can't have perfect form of any verb without using either of the two groups, A or B. So let's have the A, for example. We say is plus perfect, as in is beaten. So this is perfect. Present, perfect. Is present and beaten is in the perfect form. So we say present perfect. Then we have are plus perfect, as in are taken. So present perfect. Like has plus perfect, as in has done. Has present, done perfect. And then we have plus perfect, as in have gone. Have present and then gone perfect. Among the four, two are singular in nature. Two are also plural in nature. Identify those that are singular for me. Josefa, the first, is it singular or plural?
Singular.
Why?
So because is used for a singular subject.
Good. That's good. Let's come to the other singular one that we have there. Yes, Nazir.
Has.
Good. Why?
Because has is used for singular subjects.
So has done. The other two, are and have, they are meant for the plural subject. Good. Let's construct a sentence each with either of them. You can use one singular, one plural. Construct a sentence, one singular and then one plural. Viewers at home, you should also try. I'll come round to check what you have done. I think you should stop the recording, the timing, so that I can go round. I want to go round. Yes, to see what they are doing. If not, I won't be sure what they are doing, whether it's right or wrong. Make sure you underline your tense. It's very important. Salma, let me see what you have done individually. What you have done is okay. Let me see. Okay, you've tried using the is. Okay. Okay. They are done with their homework, that's correct. But there's a problem with the first one. The use of the is. He has done his work correctly. Good. He's beaten by that boy. Okay. They have gone to the classroom. Okay. That's also good. Let's go on. Okay. Stop writing and pay attention. We are now going to see some of these in sentences. We have the sentence 1. She has gone home already. We are using has gone because she is singular subject. So has gone home. We have taken the test. Have because we is plural subject. She has been taken home. Now here we are seeing another word there. In English, this is the operator and this is an auxiliary. It helps to connect the two, has and then taken. There are instances where you will need this. This is the verb to be, like is, am. Good. The perfect form. At times, the construction is such that you need it in between has and your perfect. You can't say she has taken home. In English, when you say that, there's something missing. So because of that, we are supposed to bring that she has been taken home to refer that it is for the person. The human being, she, is the one taking what? Home. Do you follow me? Good. If it were an item, we would say that she has taken the book home, like this. Wow. The wiper is not there. This is for the object the person has taken home. But here we are trying to say that it is a person who has been taken home. So that is why we need to bring in the been here to connect the two. So take note. So there are instances that we will need been, the perfect form of the verb to be able to get good construction. And then we have they are beaten to death. Are, because of the plural subject. Then we have they have been beaten to death. There's a slight difference between the two, but we won't bother ourselves much about that. Before that, if you have any question, ask. If you have questions about the examples that we have over there, please ask and let's move on. Do you understand?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. If you have, then I'll give you a task. Construct a sentence using the perfect form of the verb to be been. And make sure your constructing is still within the present perfect. You will say it orally to me, and let me wipe. Yes? Are your sentences ready? Hofeda.
He has been bitten by a snake.
Okay, that is good. He has been bitten by snake. So has been. Good. That's good. Yes? Nazir?
He has been beaten by his mother.
Okay. It seems you are all relying on beating. Yes, Orchard?
They have been kidnapped by the armed robbers.
Good. They have been kidnapped by the armed robbers. Good. Have been kidnapped. Huh? Good. Let's go. Let's look at the uses of the present perfect when we use them. We said that present perfect is used when an action or event ends in the recent past. You have an action that took place and ended in the recent past. Here, the recent past is not marked. We are not marking exactly when the event took place. We are not marking if we are not interested in indicating the exact time an action took place in the past, we use the present perfect, as we shall see in the examples we have here. The class has finished the task, for example. We haven't stated exactly. Please listen. Stop writing and listen. We haven't been able to indicate the exact time the class finished, but we want to show that the event took place and ended in the recent past, not too far. But as to exactly when, we are not interested in that. That is one way of saying things if you don't want to actually indicate the exact time the item or the action took place. Unlike this, I can say the class ended yesterday. This is a time marker. Yesterday, indicating exactly when the action ended. So we know that the action took place and ended yesterday. But in this example we have, it is not indicated as to when exactly the action ended. And that is one use of the present perfect. Well, I say Bubu has cooked rice with vegetable stew. She has already done that and finished doing it. But we haven't indicated the time. Which time in the past did this action actually occur? We haven't stated it. And that is how the present perfect is used. So mostly speakers hide behind the present perfect to say that an item took place in the past and ended in the past, not too far, most recent, but wouldn't tell you exactly when. So it is left with you, the listener, or the one engaged in the conversation, to ask exactly when the action ended. We say they have asked him for the item. As to exactly when, we don't know, but the action has taken place. Do you get that? Good. There are other uses of the present perfect, but for your level, we'll end it here, so that you have it at the back of your mind that anytime you are talking about something in the past, most recent past, and you are not interested in indicating the time, you are not interested in indicating the time of the action, has finished, for example, has cooked, have asked. These are just examples, right? I have some small exercise for you to do. And the exercise is that you are to identify the form of verb needed to construct sentences in the following. Present perfect continuous. You do this at home. You copy them and do them at home as assignment. Simple present, present perfect, then present perfect progressive. We haven't discussed this. Sorry, present progressive. We have done that. Good. You are to present this, but there's another one that you are doing it in class for me. So take note of these. You'll do them as assignment at home. And then, now let's look at the one we are doing together here. You are to identify the tense used in the passage. The first sentence. Ochad, read the sentence for us.
You don't have any cause to take something that does not belong to you, whether your parents provide your need or not.
Good. You don't have any cause to take anything that does not belong to you, whether your parents provide your needs or not. That is one sentence. Let's identify the tenses, first of all, in that sentence, or the verbs. Let's identify the verbs, and then we see the tense those verbs are. There's the first one. Yes, Salma?
Take.
Okay, but before take, there's one there before take. Have we seen that? Don't. It should be, it's contracted, but it should be what? If you are expanding, it should be do not. So we have do there. Take is there, good. Yes, any other? Yes, Nazir?
Provide.
Provide is there. But before provide, there's also another. There's another verb there. Josefa, before provide, there's another verb there.
Belong.
Okay. But before that, yes, Ochad? Does, good. So since we've been able to identify the verbs, don't, which is do, and not. But the verb itself is do. So let's concentrate on do for now. I won't worry with the negatives. And then we have our take, then we have does, belong, and then provide. In what tense are they? What tense do? In what tense? You have to recall your previous lessons. Yes, Ochad?
Present tense.
Yes, which of the present tense? Which of them? We've learned simple present, present continuous. We just learned present perfect. So which one? Yes, Salma?
Present perfect.
No. That's not present perfect. Yes?
Simple present.
Good. Simple present. It's in the simple present. Good. Take. Yes? Which tense?
Simple present.
Simple present. He wouldn't talk again. Does. In what tense? Hufeda.
Present continuous.
take your mind back. We have rules for present continuous. We have the form of verbs that we use for present. Listen to yourself. Present continuous. Which of it is present and which one is a continuous?
Present perfect.
Which of it is the present? Which one is the perfect? Yes, Salma. Does. What is the tense?
Simple present.
Speak up, please.
Simple present.
Good. We say it's simple present because it's just one tense in the present form. And then belong. What tense is it? Yes, Josefa?
Simple present tense.
Simple present tense. And then the last one, provide. Orchard?
Simple present tense.
Good. They are all in the simple present tense. So this sentence, this lengthy sentence is made of simple present tense throughout. Have you seen that? There is no mixture of any of the branches of the present tense. The whole of that sentence from the beginning to the end is made of only simple present tense. Let's look at the next sentence. Have you bothered to think about the humiliation and disgrace that comes with stealing when you are caught? Have you bothered to think about the humiliation and disgrace that comes with stealing when you are caught? First of all, begin to identify the verbs and the form that the verb is in tells you the tense. So let's find the verbs first. Yes. Nazir?
Think.
Think. Okay, think is here. But you are jumping. I don't know why you always jump. You leave some and then you jump to. But you are right. Think is there. Good. Your child?
Bothered.
Bothered. Good. Yes. But before bothered, there is another verb. Before bothered, there is another verb. Which one is that? Salma?
Have.
Have. So it's like have bothered. It's a question. Because it's a question, that is why the verb comes first before the subject, you. So we have bothered. Huh? It's like saying you have bothered. But because it's a question. Oh, okay. We will look at this in detail in our next lesson, since we are not in control of time and we'll have to end within our time. We'll continue. But viewers at home, you should also try to do them. In our next lesson, we will look at it in details and then we continue. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.